Hello and welcome. I am Gimba Umar. Tonight, President Buhari assures Nigerians of his administration's commitment to improved socio-economic welfare during a visit to Osun State. Predicted partial solar eclipse occurs today across several major cities of Nigeria. National Assembly new clerk Mohammed Omolori promises smoother relations with ECOWAS, pledges improved assistance for regional bodies' parliament. And more violence trails Gabon's election results. Opposition leader John Ping accuses presidential guard of bombing his headquarters.
On business news tonight, Nigeria's stock market hits 2.5-month high despite disappointing second quarter economic report.
And on sports news tonight, Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero to contest charge of violent conduct and possible 3-match ban.
And from Abuja, I'm Gloria Umezuke. Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Al-Makura seeks inclusion of people with disabilities in government policies as part of Sustainable Development Goals objectives.
We begin tonight with a definitive statement by the federal government that it's not oblivious of the difficult times Nigerians are presently going through and the impact of the economic recession. That's according to President Muhammadu Buhari. He also gave an assurance that his administration will introduce programs aimed at promoting socio-economic change. The president said this shortly after commissioning the 3,000 capacity Osogbo Government High School in Osogbo earlier today.
As early as 7 a.m., dignitaries began to arrive at the Osogbo Government High School along Iwo Road in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. They've converged here to welcome President Muhammadu Buhari, who's in the state on a one-day working visit. President Buhari arrived at about 11 a.m. in company of the host governor, Rauf Aregbesola, as well as the governors of Lagos, Oyo and Borno states. The president goes straight to the business of the day by commissioning the 3,000 capacity Osogbo Government High School, which forms part of the state celebration of 25 years of its creation. That done with, it was time to move into the school hall where the guests were already seated. Governor Aregbesola enumerated some of his achievements, particularly in the education sector.
Being accepted to join us is symbolic in many respects. It is the manifestation of our government and the federal government of Nigeria and the state government of Osun, our commitment to education development, which is also derived from our progressive party's ideology and manifesto of providing mass education to the people. You can always share where you have APC government. There is always a bigger than usual commitment to education.
Beyond the pomp of the day celebration, the president took time to explain to Nigerians efforts being made by his administration to cushion the effects of the current economic downturn.
We are quite aware of the things, the inconveniences that have been the lot of school rates in the past 1 year, and we strive to faithfully implement our programs, the improvement of our change agenda.
The Osogbo Government High School is 3-in-1. Each school has a principal to itself and a coordinating principal. It has 72 fully furnished classrooms capable of accommodating 49 students each and other modern facilities.
Some major cities in Nigeria, including Lagos, Abuja and Port Harcourt, experienced the partial eclipse of the sun in the early hours of today. While the eclipse was reported at about 7:15 and 7:25 a.m. local time in Kano and Maiduguri, the cloudy skies obstructed the view of the eclipse in Abuja till about 9:30 a.m. Dozens of people, including school children, trooped to the premises of the National Space Research and Development Agency in Abuja to view the solar eclipse earlier announced. The cloudy sky, however, obstructed the view of the eclipse as residents of the city waited to see how events will unfold. Finally, at about 9:30 a.m. local time, the cloud gave way as the sun appeared in the sky, partially covered by the moon.
Please, can you look up?
Officials say Port Harcourt recorded the highest obscuration of the sun with over 70%, while obscuration in Sokoto was about 44.11%. The Director General of the National Space Research and Development Agency says the event has greater significance for scientists.
The major hope for the world today, for those of us living in the tropics, is the amount of energy we expect and the ability to convert them for our use from the sun. Because of that, scientists all over the world, this occasion provides opportunity to calculate the energy budget and also look at other issues like the coronary, that is the cover of the sun.
Other experts at the event say the experience is also a wake-up call for Nigeria to invest in space science.
We need to do more research and studies about the sun, more research and studies about the moon, more research and studies even about the earth we are living in, the earth where we are hoping to get our agriculture and feed ourselves. We need to learn more about them, and that's space technology, space science and technology.
A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, causing total or partial obscuration. The last time Nigeria had a partial eclipse of the Sun was a year ago. The experts have predicted that the next annular eclipse will be around February the 26th, 2017. It will be visible in Chile and Argentina in South America, as well as some parts of Africa, with almost 100% obscuration of the Sun. The end of the road appears to be near for all persons who are bent on undermining the nation's laws through criminal activities. This comes as the federal government reaffirms its commitment to support the Nigerian police force in tackling crime. This was made known today by the Vice President while laying the foundation for the Nigeria Police Force Crime and Database Center in Abuja.
Is becoming more entrenched in scientific investigation. It is for this reason that the federal government pledges its commitment to provide necessary equipment and welfare package for officers and men of the Nigeria Police Force. The Vice President, who reiterated this commitment at the foundation laying ceremony of the Police Crime Database Center in Abuja, however, charged policemen to step up their game.
This is a major step in really the right direction. And the direction that we should be going is smart policing. Policing that is smart. Policing that is technology savvy. Policing that is based more on common sense, on technology, than just, brute force or just manually doing everything. And I think that one of the most important things that this Crime and Incident Data Center will do is to equip the police to be able to do the kind of investigation that is required to cope with crime today. Practically everybody knows that the criminal today is very well equipped.
The Inspector General of Police and the project consultant explained the benefit of a crime and incident database center.
It has become increasingly germane to keep up with international best practices in the use of state-of-the-art ICT crime-fighting tools in view of the sophistication of criminality, which has become viral.
It's going to be used to gather information, to store information, and to obviously be used by investigators, which is the Nigerian police investigators, to investigate crime.
When the speech is over, the Vice President proceeds to lay the foundation for the center. The database center, when completed, will provide digital crime-fighting facilities and accessibility to a one-stop data bank aimed at professionally profiling criminal elements with a view to changing the face of crime data management in the force.
The Nigerian Air Force says it has carried out a series of well-coordinated airstrikes against the Boko Haram camp in Tumbung Rigo in Borno State. In a statement by the Air Force spokesman, Group Captain Ayodele Famuyiwa, the Air Force says that some wounded commanders of the notorious sect who survived the air assault on August the 20th are believed to be receiving treatment at the camp. The Air Force says that although it is not sure of the casualty figure, its post-strike battle damage assessment mission shows that the degree of damage achieved was colossal. In the meantime, Nigerian troops fighting insurgency in the northeast will continue its operations until all insurgents are defeated. This is according to the theatre commander, Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Lucky Irabo. He also insists that self-acclaimed leader of the Boko Haram sect, Abubakar Shekau, is dead. Major General Irabo made this known during a tour of military formations in Adamawa State.
There's no definite timeline to end the war on insurgency, as the operation to liberate communities in the northeast from the hands of militants is an ongoing process. This is the latest on the fight against the Boko Haram insurgency, and it's coming from the theatre commander of Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Lucky Irabo. He made the revelation while on a visit to military formations in Yola, Adamawa State. A closed-door meeting with his men was top priority, after which he addresses the media.
We have had a series of Shekau that have been killed, and I can confirm to you that Shekau, the original Shekau, was actually killed. Second Shekau was killed, and I can confirm to you. But with the man that now presents himself as Shekau, I can also confirm to you that a few weeks back he was wounded. I'm yet to confirm whether he's dead or not.
He also visits the government house for a brief meeting with Governor Muhammad Jibrila.
We in Operation Lafia Dole we identify with you and the good people of Adamawa State. But it is our loss. It's our prayer that we will not have a repeat of such occurrences, and especially for Boko Haram, even though as we begin to see the end, that at no time in our history shall we find a repeat of such madness in our midst.
As far as the state and myself are concerned, honestly, and with the citizens, there's nothing one can say in terms of security, which is very paramount. The security of the state is stable and calm. They are really highly committed, and they are showing out their professionalism as military officers.
Major General Irabo notes that the proposed swap deal of the Chibok schoolgirls with Boko Haram prisoners should not be seen as a sign of failure, reiterating the military's commitment to reclaim Sambisa Forest and eventually bring the insurgency to an end.
Some internally displaced persons have asked the president to come to their aid in the face of humanitarian crisis in the region. At a solidarity march led by a civil society group in Abuja, one of the IDPs, identified as Buba Usman, asked the government to also take steps to return them to their original homes.
We are appealing to the federal government to do something about it. Even I myself now, I won't go back to the Boza because I'm not a beggar. I don't be a beggar. Look, my age is 67 years now. I did wahala too much. That's why we are appealing to President Muhammadu Buhari. Let him do something. We won't go back to our virus local government because in our local government now there is nothing. If you go there, we are one of the big local government in Borno State.
All they don't burn it.
All they don't burn it.
No house, no.
Even me now, they kill two my brothers, they kill my son, they kill my in-law. So myself, I ran about 7 days. I'm the bush to run before I escape from them.
In part 2, after the break, Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Al-Makura seeks inclusion of people with disabilities in government policies as part of Sustainable Development Goals objectives. Join us again.